Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me here on USB Unaffiliated Sports Broadcast, where I cover varsity high school sports for Grantsville High School, Tooele High School, and Stansbury High School. Shifting our focus to basketball as that time has arrived. So thank you for listening. I hope you enjoy the show. Please head over and like the Instagram page, follow it. That's where I put all the stats and updates and all the graphics to recognize these players. And be sure to get out there and support these local athletes. Thank you and enjoy the show. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me here on USB Unaffiliated Sports Broadcast. Hey, like the intro said, I try to cover Tooele County High School, the three main high schools in Tooele County, the Grantsville Cowboys, the Tooele Buffaloes, and the Stansbury Stallions. I try to cover their varsity sports as much as I can. I'm one person. I'm doing as much as I can. We're in basketball season, so that means I'm covering six teams, the men and women's teams for each one of those schools respectively. All right, so what we're going to do today is we're going to get into the recap from Friday, because I haven't got around to that yet. I posted the scores, but I haven't got around to doing a recap. So we're going to do a quick recap of those games, and then we'll get into today's game day episode. Well, we'll just get into today's game day game, as it's a big one. So I got a lot to talk about there. So we'll just start with the same order that I kind of posted the scores in on the Instagram page, which if you haven't seen that, please head over there and give that a follow. There's also the Facebook page, okay? I put as much information up there as I can about what these schools are doing. So head over there, share that stuff, support these amazing athletes, all right? So as far as the recaps from January 24th, so Friday, let's just get into it. We had the Grantsville Cowboys at home against the Union Cougars. Now that score, the Cowboys hosted the Union Cougars on Friday, where they came up short, losing this one 58-49. Bryson Roberts led the Cowboys with 20 points on the night and would be the only player for Grantsville to see double digits. Now, as for Union, they were led by number 4, Andrus Jensen. He had 14 on the night and was one of 4 players in double digits. So now the Cowboys made 7 threes on the night compared to the 4 from Union, as well as shooting 71% from the free throw line, going 10 of 14. Meanwhile, Union would shoot 74%, going 17 for 23. Now, Union moves to 12-7 on the season as they take the 2-game sweep over the Cowboys in this region matchup. As for the Cowboys, they fall to 10-9. Looking ahead for the Cowboys, they look to split the region matchup against Morgan on Wednesday as they host the Trojans, who are 18-1 on the season. They're having a phenomenal season thus far and are number 1 in their region play. Now, Morgan won their last matchup 70-56. That game will be in Grantsville on January 29th at 7 p.m. It's sure to be an electric game. The Morgan Cowboys games are always high energy. Lots of fan involvement. They're good games. So if you're there, I encourage you to check it out. As for the Union game, I didn't get a chance to watch that one. My son was telling me, though, that there were some what I would consider key players who didn't really play. So I don't know what's going on there. Injuries, grades, I don't really know. But either way, the Cowboys fall in that one to Union, 49-58. So good luck moving forward, guys. Big game coming up this week, so be ready for it. I believe in you guys. I really think you guys can do it. So I don't know. I'll be excited for that game for sure. Moving on to our second game, we had the Tooele High School Buffaloes men versus the Park City High School men. The Buffaloes hosted the Park City Miners on Friday, losing this one 80-72. Now, despite it being a loss, what an effort from a banged-up Tooele team. I mean, seriously, what an effort. With 2 of their starters being out due to injuries from the previous game, the Buffaloes put up an impressive fight led by number 24, Crew Lewis, who had a season high and career high, I believe, 36 points on the night, hitting 4 3-pointers. What a game for that young man. Mason Heap had a bounce-back performance as well after only scoring 4 points in the last 2 games combined. He dropped 6 3-pointers on the night for 18 points. And Christian Rogers tied his season high, contributing 10 for his team. Now, as a team, the Buffaloes shot 92% from the line on 13 attempts. That's pretty dang impressive, while Park City went 60% on 20 attempts. And both teams made a staggering 12 three-pointers on the night, and the fourth quarter must have been something to see, as the spread for that one was 50 points combined in that quarter alone, in the fourth quarter alone, with the scoring favoring Park City 28-22. But what a quarter that must have been to see. Great job, seriously, great job. If I'm on the Buffaloes team, or even just a fan of them, but on the team in particular, I'm extremely proud of this performance. Personally, I'm proud of Lewis for stepping up and executing in the absence of key players. Mason Heap for finding his shot again. He's kind of been struggling. He's been held to pretty low games, and he's a big factor for them to stay into games. So super proud of him for finding his shot and bouncing back on that one. The added minutes by Rogers, obviously as a result of the injuries, and number 11 Connor Mather, who collectively contributed 16 points for their team. I mean, that's all you can ask for, is come in and contribute. And I think that those guys did a fantastic job. It wasn't listed on the stat sheet, but just based off what I've seen from the play, I'm assuming that number 13, Jackson Mather, he probably had a handful of assists, because he's a pretty good facilitator. He's really good at getting on the inside and kicking it out. So based off the amount of threes that they hit, I'm assuming he probably had a pretty fair amount of assists. So, I mean, seriously, guys, fantastic job. I don't have enough good things to say. I mean, you lose two starters, and you go into a game and you guys balled out. You did everything that you needed to do. Unfortunately, you guys lost. But hey, 72 points. You got career highs being scored. Seriously, fantastic job. You should be extremely proud of yourselves, and carry that momentum. So Tooele's next matchup will be Tuesday, January 28th at home against the 7-13 Jordan Beat Diggers. Best of luck, gentlemen. Anybody who knows, I hate saying that name with a passion. Best of luck, gentlemen, and keep that momentum, seriously, because, again, very impressed by that performance. Way to go. Driving into this next one and finish out this season super strong. That's impressive. So great job, guys. Great job. Now, as for the third game on our recap, we have the Tooele High School Lady Buffs versus the Park City Minor Ladies. Park City Ladies. Yeah, that's rough, too. The Lady Buffs improved to 14-5 on the season. What a season they're having, by the way. Turnaround season. I don't remember the numbers off the top of my head, but I know they're well improved from last season. So shout out to the coach. Is it Julie Bonner? Apologies if I got that wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's who it was. Shout out to them, seriously. What a turnaround from last season to this season. They should be extremely proud of themselves. What a season they're having. They improved to 14-5 on the season, holding the number 1 region spot for them at 8-0 in region. So great job. After they beat the visiting Park City ladies 43-34 on Friday. What a night it was for number 11, Ayana So, as she hit her season high in points with 12 on the night. She was followed up by Macy Gustin with 11 and Berkeley McLaws with 10 on the night, as the ladies take the 2-game season matchup over Park City. Great job. I mean, enough can't be said about the performance that these ladies are having this season. Seeing those three at the top of the leaderboard, either Park City really D'd up on Hallie Hogan and Kennedy Searle, or maybe these three just balled out. I don't really know. I didn't get a chance to see it. But seeing those three at the top, it tells me that that's a good sign, assuming that it was the defense that kept, Searle and Laura and Hallie Hogan out of it. Assuming it was the defense that did that, way to step up for these players, and that's a very promising thing to see moving forward, right? That you can rely on people that don't historically make the tops of those charts, right? So great job. Seriously, enough can't be said about the performance that those ladies are doing, and from comparison from last season to this season, what a turnaround for them, seriously. Now the Lady Buffs look to keep the number 1 region spot and take the second game in their matchup January 28th at 5:15 p.m., where they will host the 12-9 Jordan Beat Diggers, who are third in region with a 7-2 record. Hey, good luck, ladies. Seriously, keep it up. Can't wait to see what you guys do. Go beat these guys. Don't have to say their name anymore, please. And yeah, good luck. All right, the next game in our recap, we have the Stansbury High School Stallions men's team versus the Hillcrest Huskies men. Now, Stansbury the Stansbury men fall to 5-14 after their loss on Friday to region opponent Hillcrest Huskies with a score of 56-37. After going into half down 2, it was all Huskies in the second half, and they would outscore the Stallions 33-16, led by number 10 Thomas Ashby, who ended the night with 20 points. Now the Stallions saw points from 9 players on the night and were led by number 25 Porter Hinton, who finished with 9 points. The Stallions went 50% from the line on 8 attempts, while Hillcrest was 58% on 12 attempts. As for threes, the Stallions hit an uncharacteristic 3 3-pointers compared to the 9 threes made by the Huskies. And I say uncharacteristic because I really feel like, especially in the second half of the season, their three-point shooting has just really kind of improved and become a big staple of their game. So that's why I say uncharacteristic. The Stallions look to bounce back on Thursday, January 30th, where they hit the road again to take on the Murray Spartans, looking to split the season with them, where they lost the first matchup by only 3 points. So good luck, gentlemen. I believe in you. I mean, losing by 3, I think that you guys can figure that out and correct the wrongs, right? And bounce back from that and split that series there. So good luck, guys. Seriously, good luck. Go out there and get that win. Now, the last game we're going to cover for the recap, we have the Stansbury Stallions ladies against the Hillcrest Husky ladies. Now, the Lady Stallions take the 2 games on the season over Hillcrest on Friday, and a close win, taking this one on the road 28-25. Improving to 8-11 on the season and 4-5 in region placing them in the 4th spot. Now, the ladies were led by number 12, Hallie McGee, who had 7 points on the night. Meanwhile, the Huskies' leading scorer was number 14, Diana Mulamba, with 11 points. The Stallions shot 50% from the line, while the Huskies shot 40%. The 10-point lead going into half for the Stallions proved to be beneficial as the Huskies made a fourth-quarter surge, outscoring the ladies 12-3. But in the end, the ladies hang on to win 28-25. Seriously, great job, ladies. Keep that momentum going forward. The Stansbury ladies will look to improve on their standings this Thursday, January 30th at 5:15 p.m. against the 5-12 Murray Spartans. Stansbury took the last meeting 43-42, so another close one there. So good luck, ladies. Hopefully you found some things to increase that and make that an easier fight for you guys. So seriously, great job and best of luck. All right, now into the game day part of the episode. So the Utah-ranked number 3 team, 18-0 on the season, 6-0 first in their region, Grantsville ladies, will be on the road tonight to face the nationally ranked number 19, Utah-ranked number 1, 19-0 overall record, 6-0 first in their region, Ridgeline Riverhawks. This is sure to be an amazing game. The ladies will definitely be looking for redemption as the Riverhawks won their last meeting last year 76-63 in what was, just looking at the stats, had to have been a great game. I feel like I might have seen it. I just can't remember. So they're definitely looking for redemption. Now, your leading scorers for each team. For Grantsville, you've got number 11, Avery Allred. She's got 325 points on the season. She's averaging 18.06 points per game. She's hit 23 three-pointers. She has 109 rebounds, 63 assists, and 92 steals. As for Ridgeline, they're led by number 5, Emily Skinner. Now, she has 501 points on the season. What a season this young lady is having. 26.37 points per game, 35 three-pointers. She's got an impressive 177 rebounds, 81 assists, and 68 steals. Now, in terms of rebounding, for Grantsville, you've got number 1, Bailey Louder, the 6-foot senior. She has 112 rebounds on the season, 66 defensive rebounds, 46 offensive rebounds. And the 6-foot, if that's not accurate, don't blame me, blame Deseret News. I feel like it's accurate, though. I feel like it's accurate. I got to chat with her a little bit over the weekend. She was running the clock while I was doing some scores for some youth games. So I feel like it's pretty accurate. It's close because I'm 6 foot. And I feel like she's about as tall as me. So maybe off by just a hair here or there, but I feel like it's pretty close. So Ridgeline, their leading rebounder is number 15, Abby Munford, listed as a 6'2 sophomore. She's got 194 rebounds on the season, 112 defensive rebounds, and 86 offensive rebounds. Now, as a team, Grantsville's scoring, they're sitting at about 64.9 points per game. Meanwhile, Ridgeline is at 61.4 points per game. Grantsville has 20.9 steals per game compared to 11.2 steals per game for Ridgeline. Both teams are shooting 43% from the field, and both teams are also shooting 30% from three. But here's the difference, though. For Grantsville, you've got 98 for 322. Meanwhile, for Ridgeline, it's 118 for 388. So about 66 roughly additional threes taken, right? So pretty big difference there. But they're both shooting 30%. So let's see. From the line, Grantsville is 175 for 264 or 66% from free throw this season, while the Riverhawks are 184 for 247 or 74%. So they're shooting pretty dang good. Both teams are shooting pretty dang good from the free throw line, but Ridgeline's definitely got the advantage there. And they've shot a few less, but pretty comparable. Let's see. Grantsville has 245 turnovers on the season. At least that's what's listed on Max Preps, okay, compared to the 186 turnovers for Ridgeline on the season. So a pretty big difference there. 243 fouls committed on the season for Grantsville, 213 for Ridgeline. Grantsville has 38 blocks listed, and Ridgeline has 60. So pretty comparable teams so far. Now, my keys to success, and, take that with a grain of salt, but this is just based off what I was able to read, all right? Rebounds. In their last matchup, the ladies were out-rebounded 32-16. Now, with the addition of number 15, Emmy Butler in this one, because she wasn't in the last game, who's averaging about 5 rebounds per game. She has 87 on the season and 41 steals to go along with that. I think they can expect to see a little closer comparison in this one. She does really good adding rebounds and defensive pressure for her team. And she also goes through these games where she's just killing it from the field. So I think with that addition, I think that's a huge help for them. Now, in terms of turnovers, in their last meeting, the ladies won the turnover battle, acquiring 15 steals to Ridgeline's 9, and had 22 turnovers. Ridgeline had 22 turnovers, and Grantsville only had 16. Now, however, on the season, the ladies have 59 more turnovers than the Riverhawks. So I think it'll be extremely important for them to make quality passes and take care of the ball for sure. I mean, I feel like that kind of goes without saying, but I think that there's games where there's a little bit more of an emphasis on it, right? And I think when you're playing a high-quality team like Ridgeline, you need to make sure you're taking care of the ball, because just like you, they're going to take advantage of those opportunities, right? So I think that's going to be a big one for them. Impact players. Now, in their last matchup, number 10, Cody Williams had a career-high 25 points, going 7 of 13 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, and 10 of 14 from the line. So whatever she figured out in that game, I think she needs to do it again in this one. In the last meeting, like I said, they didn't have number 15, Emmy Butler, who has been a great addition to the lineup, providing very good minutes and playing well defensively, especially in big games for the Cowboys. Number 1, Bailey Louder, she only had 12 points in their last meeting, shooting 33% from the field, going 2 for 8 from 3, and she didn't even see the free throw line according to the stats that I was able to see. So I'm looking for her to gain redemption in this one for sure, as that dynamic duo of Allred and Louder has been a staple of this team all season, and I'm looking for that to continue. Now, I also think that if number 22, Ren White, and number 13, Afton Orgill, can acquire 4 points each, nothing crazy, but 4, 6 would be ideal, but 4 points each and 3 to 4 rebounds apiece. I think with the added impacts of say like Emmy Butler, right? And the slightly improved performance from these two, I think if you can mesh those two things together, they stand a very good chance against this team, as Grantsville sees they seem to be more spread out in their contribution from the team, in my opinion. Basically because Emily Skinner is ahead in points on her team by 331 points. That means that there's literally almost an entire season for some people points difference between her and the next person, right? So you don't see that with Grantsville, and I think if they can get just a little bit added production from Orgill and White, on top of what they're gaining by having Emmy Butler in the lineup, on top of the fact that I don't expect Bailey Lauder to only have 12 points and go 33% from the field, and I expect that Allred's going to do the same thing she's been doing all year long. She's been playing phenomenal defensively, assists. She's got a ton of steals, right? She's hit some big threes. I don't see that changing much for her. I don't see Lauder having the same repeat game. I think if you can get those just a little bit added production from those two in particular, I think they stand a really good chance. So, I don't know. I'm excited for this game. I really am. If I didn't have obligations in Tooele County, I might drive up there for this one, but I kind of need to be there for these obligations. So I'll definitely be watching it. I'm excited for this game. Good luck, ladies. Seriously. I think both teams are excited as well because, kind of like we've highlighted before, sometimes it's hard to find good matchups for really good teams, and I feel like this is a really good matchup for two really good teams. So it'll be a battle tonight for sure. I can't wait to see it. Best of luck, ladies. Again, that game will be tonight at 7 p.m. at Ridgeline High School. Good luck, ladies. Go kick some butt. Seriously. I can't wait to see it. So, but that'll wrap up the game day / recap episode for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please be sure to share this stuff. Support each other. The inter-county matchup games are done. All right, so bragging rights have already been won. All right, move on. Let's support each other from here. By all means, brag about your wins. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. But let's support each other. Let's finish out this season trying to get as much publicity out there for everybody as we can. Okay, great job. I'm really looking forward to how you guys finish out the season. I think it's going to be extremely cool to see. So good job. And again, best of luck to the Grantsville ladies tonight. Seriously, I think that's going to be a great game. I'll try to remember to put the link out there in the story at least. But I imagine it'll be, Ridgeline High School Huddle, HUDL. You should be able to find it. So definitely get out there and watch that. I think it's going to be a good game. And if you haven't been able to make, any of these games locally, get up and go do it. All right, unless you're a player and you're playing at the same times, right? Get up and go do it. Go support this stuff. It's pretty cool. You'll have a good time. So best of luck to the ladies tonight. We'll get into the game day stuff as the other games come up. But tonight, we just got the one game, guys. One game. So good luck, ladies. Go kick some butt. As always, please take care of yourselves. Please take care of each other. And until next time, I'll see you at the game. Thank you for listening to USB Unaffiliated Sports Broadcast. I hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to get over there to Instagram and share this stuff. We also have a Facebook page if you're interested in that side of it. But get out there and share this stuff to support these local athletes. That's what it's all about. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed the show. The podcast is available on Spreaker, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube, iHeartRadio, and probably places I'm not even aware of. So be sure to get out there, like, follow, and share that stuff, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.